No matter what you love to grill, a great marinade can make it that much better. Let me share with you 3 of my favorite marinades of all time. Get yourself a good sized bowl set up and all of your ingredients, and we do have a lot of ingredients, but it's gonna add awesome flavor. So here I have a 1/2 cup of soy sauce and a 1/4 cup of olive oil, along with 2 tablespoons of white vinegar, 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. I love this stuff. Got a tablespoon of honey. You got to scoop that out of there. And a tablespoon of spicy brown mustard. You can use Dijon for this as well. Really use your favorite mustard. And here I have some minced garlic, and really you can use as much as you want. My recipe calls for 4 cloves, but I kind of tend to double that. And a tablespoon of hot sauce, and you can use your favorite hot sauce. And a teaspoon of cayenne, which is nice and spicy, so you can omit this if you want to, or add a bit more. Along with a teaspoon of paprika, and a teaspoon of red chili flakes. Again, that's optional. It's really like how much you want to spice it up. And 1 teaspoon of dried oregano, and a 1/2 teaspoon of freshly ground cumin, and salt and pepper to taste. It's always salt and pepper to your personal taste. And next, we're gonna go ahead and whisk this all together, make our tasty marinade. This stuff is huge, huge on flavor. All right, I got my flank steak here, and I'm using a dish to marinate today, but you can use a baggie if you'd like. This is about a little over 2 pound flank steak, and you can pretty much use any size flank steak for this. So go ahead and pour your marinade in, and I'm gonna go ahead and massage this in to get that delicious flavor. Oh, it smells good. So as mentioned, you can definitely use a baggie, and I often use a baggie for doing this so you can really massage the marinade into the steak that way, but it's easier for you to see in the pan. So other ingredients you might want to include would be minced or chopped shallot or onion, or even fresh chilies if you want to add a little extra oomph to it. So for marinating time, you want to marinate at least 1 hour in the refrigerator. Better yet, 3 to 4 hours is really great to get tenderizing and flavor penetration. But I actually love to do it either overnight, or I'll get this going in the morning so that when I'm ready to cook at night, I'll have a good long marinade on it, lots of flavor. Then I'm ready to just throw the steak on the grill and boom, go to town. Love it. You only need about 3 to 5 minutes or so per side, depending on the thickness. I like to cook mine to an internal temp of 120, take it off and let it come up to temp for a nice 125 medium rare. Then we're gonna take it off, let it rest, and slice it up against the grain, my friends. Look at that. Juicy. Yum. All right, let's make some marinade for the pork chops. We've got 10 ingredients here, aside from the pork chops. So all you're gonna do is get everything mixed together in a bowl. So I have a 1/3 of a cup of soy sauce, and a 1/3 of a cup of oil. I got olive oil here. And I have about 3 tablespoons of minced garlic. And you can use more garlic if you want to. Garlic is outstanding, I just love it. And we have 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. And I've got a couple tablespoons of a Worcestershire sauce, however you want to pronounce it. And a couple tablespoons here of a Louisiana-style hot sauce. And I've got a good tablespoon here of spicy brown mustard. And I have a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. And here is about a teaspoon, or a little bit more probably, of red chili flake. And this is about a 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. And just go ahead and whisk it all together. Super easy, we'll whip this together in no time. And these are all just pantry ingredients. So, all right, got it all whisked together. Now, we're going to marinate the pork chops. I've got a couple of thick cut bone in for this. So just go ahead and pour your marinade. And you can use a bag for this, or just a wide plate or a dish, just like I'm using. So you can poke some holes here in the pork chops, just kind of get a little bit more penetration, and make sure they're nicely coated. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna cover this, and I'm going to marinate the pork chops for at least an hour. You could do this overnight if you want to, or get up in the morning and get it going before you go off to work. Builds lots of flavor. A little bit longer marinade will give you a little bit more flavor. That's it. Let me cover this and refrigerate, and then we will come back, and I'm gonna cook these up and enjoy some pork chops. Big flavor. All right, my pork chops have been marinating for a couple hours actually, and yep, they look delicious. So I'm gonna grill these up today. So All right, pop them on the grill and I'll be right back. Listen to that sizzle. Let me give it a flip here. Oh yes, look at the color on that. Amazing. Yes. Pork chops, delicious. I love them. First, we have a 1/4 cup of olive oil. I'm using extra virgin olive oil. We have 1 tablespoon of honey. And I have a couple of cloves of garlic. I'm actually using a bit more garlic. I love garlic. And I have 1 tablespoon of fresh minced parsley. And I have a teaspoon of smoked paprika. And I have about a teaspoon of lime zest, freshly zested lime. And I have about a 1/2 teaspoon of red chili flake, and you can add more if you'd like. And we have salt and pepper to taste. And an optional ingredient here is hot sauce. I have about a teaspoon or so of a nice spicy hot sauce. And really that's to personal taste. And just get whisking. Whisk it all together, my friends. Super easy marinade. So the first thing I want to do is reserve a tablespoon or 2 of my marinade, and I'm going to use this as a finishing sauce. You can use it as sort of a glaze at the end if you want to. Totally optional. And when you're ready to marinate, just go ahead and get your peeled shrimp ready, and go ahead and spoon your spicy shrimp marinade over the shrimp, and go ahead and mix it together. You want to get your shrimp nice and coated as much as possible. Look at that, look at that. Okay, so let's marinate our shrimp for at least 15 to 20 minutes. I like to marinate my shrimp for a good hour to get more flavor penetration, but if you're in a hurry, you could marinate for 15 to 20 minutes and you'll get some good flavor. So this recipe works for any way that you want to cook the shrimp. You can pan-sear your shrimp if you want to, you could bake it. But today I'm gonna go ahead and grill my shrimp for a nice spicy grilled shrimp. It's delicious. So let me pop these on the skewers and then fire up the grill. Smells delicious. So what I like to do is, the reason I reserved some of the spicy shrimp marinade is at the very end here when you're going to serve it, just go ahead and you can brush some on or kind of lightly baste it to finish up your shrimp, and you can serve it this way. It is absolutely delicious. Adds a little extra bonus of flavor at the end here. It's gonna be nice and spicy. Love it. I have a lot more recipes at chilipeppermadness.com, so please come visit me. And always remember, I am your gourmet chili head friend who loves to cook for you.